Hello, my sewing friends. I thought I'd just update you on what's going on around here because why not? I mean, we're all stuck inside. Florida has been put on kind of lockdown. Can't go anywhere unless you need groceries or some other essential thing, which, yeah, everybody's got their own idea about what that is, don't they? Yeah, like I have to get my nails done because they will grow out and fall off if I don't, except, yeah, I don't think I can do that because I think all the nail salons have been closed. Which is interesting since they mostly wear masks anyway, but you know, there's this big debate about whether or not masks are even effective. So yeah, whatever. I don't know. I did my part and did like 20 masks for my best friend who is a nurse practitioner. And I tried to make them effective in that I bought one of those whole house air filters like that you put in your house, you know, over near your furnace or your air conditioner or whatever. And I took it and cut it all up and made it into little inserts that you could put in the pocket of the mask. And so, I don't know. I also used interfacing that was non-woven, which made another barrier, but you know, those little microbes are so little bitty tiny that who knows whether or not it's actually helping. So, my gosh, I've been more on Facebook in the past week than I have in the past 5 years, I think. It's just the way that my family keeps in touch with each other. So, if I want to know what's going on with them, then I gotta log on to Facebook and Instagram. Today I'm going into the garage, pulling out that big box of vintage patterns, and I'm sending out little packets out to the winners of the March Madness Maxi Challenge on Instagram. Listen, you got to go look up that hashtag because there were some really pretty dresses over there. And I'm watching YouTube on my laptop right here. I'm going to put this down easily because I have the tripod set up on my work table and I can't ever touch the work table or you'll shake. Drives me crazy. So here's what I'm doing. I didn't get any of this out ahead of time. Let me just show you this. It's easier to just show you the drawings on the instruction sheet than it is to go look for the pattern. It's sitting here somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know. This is McCall 6555. It's a vintage pattern. And okay, this fabric. I am using this fabric because it matches a pair of pants that I made that I haven't shown you yet because I haven't had anything to wear with them. So I tried making a vintage top out of this from like the early 1960s, and I got it together for the most part, and it was a little bit tight, and I thought, oh, that's okay. You know, it wasn't like too tight. I could get it on. It was fine. It was one of the kind that has the zipper up the back, and it's kind of a loose cowl neck kind of a collar. It's that 60s thing. I don't know. Anyway, I just wasn't happy with it. And I have so much of this stuff. Because it's a microfiber sheet. And I made another top out of it thinking, oh yeah, that'll be great to go with a sweater that I have up north. I left it in my mom's closet because why not? I didn't want to have to bring it home because I'm not going to wear it here. Well, it was a pattern. It was a Kalila Ali pattern. And it was one of those lifestyle wardrobe kind of things. And I loved it. It was just a plain with the little keyhole and the gathered sleeve, like a kind of, is it a bell sleeve? I don't think it's a bell sleeve, but anyway, it's a long sleeve that gathers at the wrist, and I really liked it, but it was made for knits, and I had it cut out before I realized that, because of course I did. Anyway, so microfiber sheet. So I had just enough left for this little top, because I got the other one done, and I thought, this isn't working. I don't care. So I ripped the zipper out of the back. Oh you know what? This is why sewing is a blessing and a curse. Because, okay, for example, I have this cute little top, and I'll put the pattern number in here around what I'm doing. But I put it on this morning because my husband said, I love that top on you. You look so skinny. And I said, I'm going to wear this all the time. Well, this had been a challenge anyway. This is like a crepe de chine. The thing I love is that it's got this little ruffle going around the back and on the, can you see that? And around the bottom. And I love it, but it was pulling too tight right here. So whenever that happens, I always, I feel like, well, oh, I'll just fix that. That's the thing. It's so great to make clothing, to make stuff. And then when it's just a little bit off, like I had fold over elastic on the armhole facings, and it's just too tight. And you know what? That's the thing. Now I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to go in there and pull that off and then, you know, redo the armholes. Well, that's the curse, you know, because you know you can fix it. If it was ready to wear and I didn't sew, I would just go, oh, well, I don't like that anymore, and I'll just give it away and move on. I don't know. Maybe some of you do that with sewing, but not me. I'm too cheap. I just think, why should I go buy something else when I like this and I can fix it? But then it creates another thing, kind of either on the mending pile, the work in progress pile, you know, whatever. Okay, so same thing with the little dress that I put on today. I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. It's on the ironing board. And the reason I want to show it to you is because, well, the hem is just a little bit short. So I went ahead. And by the way, this is a thrifted long dress that I bought, and then I cut it off, and it's so comfortable. It's got pockets. I love it. Love, love, love it. This just looks, I put it on this morning, and it looks a little bit like it's too full in the front. It looks like I'm wearing an apron, which it's that kind of a dress. It's just a little quilting cotton. It's got the cutest little pockets on it. I don't know if you can see those, but yeah. I did all these alterations to it. I put, it calls for the ties, but the ties are supposed to be on the side. And I put them into fisheye darts because I thought it needed shape and all the things. And so now it's a little too short. So now I'm going to have to figure out how to take some of the fullness out of the skirt because I want it, you know, whatever. Okay, and I wanted you over here because I also bought a new iron. It's an Oliso. I'm going to try and put it up here. It's got the little feet on the bottom, you know, and I got the steam version, and I found this on Facebook Marketplace. It's got one of these sensors so that if your hand goes right there, it's great. So I wanted a new iron. I needed a new iron because, I want to show you that back there too. I wanted a new iron because I was tired of running out of steam with my iron, and honestly, the thing about my iron, let me grab it. Here's the thing. You can't see here how much water is in the tank. That drove me absolutely bonkers. And I thought, all right, that's it. I'm going to buy one of those roll-into irons that's got the great big tank, and, you know, and steam. And honestly, I've never had good luck with a roll-into iron. I've had probably 2 or 3, and I just said no, no more. This is a Sunbeam, and it's not a bad iron. I mean, it heats up quickly. It's got a lot of steam things, so it's a fairly good iron. It's just I could never see when I was running out of water, and that drove me crazy. And the other thing is, the reason an iron often will leak is because you filled it too full, and I want to be able to see where that line is so I don't go over it. And you know, they give you these little cup pouring whatever containers, you know, and I don't know, I'm always losing them. I imagine I could find one if I really looked, and when I unpacked this sewing room, I know I had one, but I have put it somewhere and I don't know where that is. It's probably not very far away, but I don't know, whatever. The other thing I like about this iron is that you can see. You can see right there's a little line, and you can see through this. So I like that. It's talking to me. It's trying to steam when I don't need it. Anyway, okay, so is that everything? No, that's not everything. Oh, this is what I use to put the water in the iron because I can't lay my hands on the other one. And honestly, those other ones are so little. I want water sitting there because I fill it fairly often. Okay, so this whole mess. Up here, you can see I have a shelf. And the plan is to put more shelves under that one. Like I want one there and there and there and there. I got these big shelves. If you hear, I put my air purifier in here because it's dusty. Anyway, so I got the long shelves just like the one up there. I think it's a 48-inch shelf, which works great. So I drew it all out, and here's the one with the 3 shelves. And then I thought, well, maybe I can cut them in half and do the one shelf at the top and then do staggered shelves. And so, you know, I don't even know why I go to the trouble to do this. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It helps me see it. I mean, I even drew in the little, you know, my little button things across the top and my boxes and my pattern notebooks, which are way up high over here. And, you know, I have to really reach to get them and run the risk of dropping them and knocking myself on the head every time. Oh my gosh, so many details. And you know, I have such a tendency to overthink everything because I want it all organized. Well, you know, it doesn't take very long staring at the wall before you figure it out. So this is what I figured out, except you know what? I have 6 shelf brackets, and this I need another 2, 4, 6, 8, and then I kind of think I want to well, wait, is it over there? No, it's over here. You can't see. Over there, in that corner back there, I want to put shelves all up and down this wall. Well, here's the thing about that. That corner only is going to accommodate an 18-inch shelf. And all the shelves I can find that are pre-done, like at Home Depot and I don't know, Lowe's, and even probably Walmart, they're all 24 inches. That's the smallest you can get, which is 2 feet. So I'd still have to cut them. So it's just, oh, first world problems. And so anyway, I needed more shelf supports because I only have 6, and I need, what did I say? I had 6 total. So I have 4 more after I've got that big shelf up there. And I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 more. Well, I got those shelf supports at IKEA. And they were a great price. They were like $5 each, which is wonderful. Well, IKEA is up in Orlando where my kids live. And so I thought, well, I'll just pick up more when I go there. Except IKEA is closed. So I'm like, I have all this time when I could be getting that done, and I'm not getting it done because I don't have the stuff. So I agonized over that for a few days, and then I finally was able to get them online, and IKEA will deliver them. So the shipping was fairly, I mean, I think it was $5, so, you know, no big deal. So I couldn't get them ordered. I couldn't get that one ordered, and then I found one that's like that. And then I ordered that because apparently those are, you can only get them in the stores and they don't sell them online, and oh my goodness, too many things. I thought, well, maybe it's Chrome. I always use Chrome. And I thought, maybe it's that. I'll go to Safari. Oh God. No, I finally got it done. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so that's been on my mind. I'm painting kitchen cabinets little by little. Need to get those done. So that's on the list, and those were on the back porch on the lanai, and then I took them off the lanai because I woke up in a panic the other night. It was like 3 in the morning. Well, no, it was more like 1 in the morning. huge thunderstorm, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, all the, both those shelves, it's only two, both those cabinet doors are out there, and they're all going to get rained on, and cabinet doors aren't the kind of things that you can just, get another one. I have the most incredible husband in the world. I laid there thinking, oh. Then I thought I should get up and go move them. And then I thought I'm going to have to go out there in my nightgown, get soaking wet. And then I walked out. I finally dragged myself out of bed. First I was going to avoid the whole thing. And then I dragged myself out of bed, walked out, and my husband, I have, seriously, the absolute best one. I know everybody thinks their husband is the best, but I got the cream of the crop. So he had gone out and moved them for me, thank God. So I didn't want to have that happen again. So I moved all of that into the garage. So that took yesterday. And you can't just paint them and have them done. You have to paint them and then sand them again and then paint them again and sand them again. And I was thinking I need to use oil-based primer because it works better with the alkyd paint that I'm using because it's in a kitchen, it's cabinets, you have to wipe off. And oh my gosh, too many details. But I was going to get more primer. The thing is, when you're only painting two at a time, then, you wrap your brush in like plastic. And by the time you get back to do it again, then it's all like hard and you've ruined a paintbrush. So the thing is, if you're going to do that, either buy mineral spirits and clean your paintbrushes, which I never do. I just, no. If I can't clean them with water, I don't bother. It's just easier to buy a new one. But I have a certain kind of paintbrush that I really like. It's the ones with the little short handles. So I've ruined like two of them because I can't get back there quick enough to, put another coat on. It would be great if I were doing all of the cabinets at one time, but I'm not because I don't want to do that because I know I can't get them all done at one time and I don't want a whole cabinet, thing. You know what I mean. So I found primer that I have. It's water-based primer, and I know it's not as good, but I'm going to use it anyway. Okay, so that's happening. And I recently redid my countertop with epoxy, which is fantastic. I highly recommend it. I did a backsplash and then I did the thing and then I wasn't happy with it because of the way the sides look. And so I have that to do, but it's a big deal to have to do it again. And I did get more stuff to do it again, but I'm putting that off because it's a big deal to do it. I mean, you have to tape the whole thing off and then you got to mix the stuff and it's time sensitive because you don't want it to get hard. You got to pour it. Yeah, it's a lot of trouble. So that's on the docket. And then I have this. I really want to make this for the Mother's Day challenge. I want to make this, which is technically a nightgown. This is McCall's 4843. It's vintage. Every maxi that I own is vintage. All the ones I've made. I don't know why that is, but it's just working out that way. Okay, I'm afraid this is going to be too juvenile, but I think I can fix it so it's not. I've adapted the pattern already so that it fits me and it doesn't come too low, and this is a small, so I had to grade it up, so that took a while. But I don't know what fabric I want to use, and I'm in a quandary. I feel like I want to buy fabric for this, but it's going to have to be online, and I have free shipping. I have a coupon for Fabric Mart, but I haven't taken the plunge yet. I haven't found what I want yet. I think I want cotton lawn. I want something light and drapey because you can see this has got that little ruffle right there. And I don't want that sticking out like quilting cotton would do. And I don't know, I have crepe. I have this beautiful periwinkle crepe that I thought about, but I'm not convinced. Yeah, I don't know. So that's rattling around in my brain. I have a dress that I want to make for my good friend Lisa, but I don't have the right size pattern, and I don't remember if Hobby Lobby is still open. I could probably go get it there, but I'm waiting, obviously. It's a simplicity pattern, and I'm not going to pay $15 for a simplicity pattern when I can wait for a sale and it'll be $2. So that's not time sensitive, but that's also rattling around in the brain. And then I have all this fabric down here in buckets that I'm kind of thinking about. Actually, I have some French terry. And I talked about doing a sew-along for this McCall's 7871 because I really like this pattern. I have this French terry, and I think it's going to be great, like a sweatshirt. Oh, this is the greatest fabric. I think I got this at where did I get this? Walmart. I think it was a remnant, like one of those 3 yards for $4 or kind of things at Walmart. And it's just gray heather, you know, nothing fancy. But I thought it would be perfect for this. And even though it seems like a wintry kind of thing, I think in the summer, you know, it's great to have a sweatshirt for in the evenings when you're going out or on a day that it's raining and you just need something loose and kind of easy to wear. I think this would be perfect for that. So I want to do a sew along for that. But here's another problem. I have those big umbrella lights. I don't have them in here, but the light bulb's burned out. I know. What in the world? I think I've had them for 2 years. And no, I probably had them longer than that. I probably have them for more than like 4 years. So I guess that's not so bad. But they take these huge, huge fluorescent bulbs. I mean, like seriously, they're like 12 inches long and they're like fat. And they burned out. And I ordered them on Amazon and then they weren't going to get here until like May. I don't know. It was sometime later in April. It's going to take too long. And I thought, wait a minute, that was supposed to be Prime. Well, the thing about Prime right now is that you have a lot of sellers who say Prime shipping is available, which just means it's free. It does not mean it's going to come in 3 days. You have to look for that little Prime logo under whatever it is you're going to order and make sure that you're getting Amazon's version of Prime and not just the seller saying Prime shipping is available because it's not going to get here in 3 or 4 days. Who knows if Amazon's going to be able to ship things in 3 or 4 days with this virus and everybody having to be at home, you know. So I canceled that order of light bulbs and I ordered different light bulbs, which are supposed to get here. Actually, I think they're supposed to get here today. So my lighting will be infinitely better. Right now I'm sitting in front of the window, which is passable. So again, sew along. That's part of why I haven't done that yet. What else did I want to tell you? So, you know what? If you have any suggestions on fabric for this, let me know. If you think that crepe will work, I mean, I have crepe coming out of my ears from when I went to a Joann's liquidation sale last year. So I have a lot of that. And you know what? Honestly, the biggest problem that I have is that I don't have enough of anything to accommodate this dress because it calls for long nightgown, 58 wide, 3 5/8 yards of 60 wide fabric. You'd think I would have 3.5 yards of that, of something. And I do of a couple of things, but none of them are going to work for this. Like I have a crinkle rayon, which might work, but I don't like any of the prints that I have for this. Oh, so picky. Yeah, I didn't even start to tell you about the works in progress, did I? Which one of them is that dress, which is a thrifted dress. It's going to get cut off, but I don't know how to shape it. I'm not sure if I want to cut it and put a zipper up the back or just put ties on it, or if I want to, who knows. And then there's that hanging there, which is a maxi dress. It's McCall's, what is that, 7650. And I wanted to make it for when I went to Europe, and I never got it done because I did it with a gold on the top and I didn't like it. That was another case where, of course, I overthought it, but I wanted opinions. So I asked all the people in my family. I drew this, and then I drew whoops, and this is what I ended up making, and this, and this. Oh my gosh, so many things. I couldn't decide on them. I couldn't decide on any of them. So I have that. I don't know if you can see it. It's white lace with black like outlines on the edges of the lace. I think I'm going to use that. but I need some black rayon that's going to match the skirt. And I don't have any. I may have some white rayon. I didn't even think of that. Maybe I have some of that I could use for under the lace. Clearly, you know, I'm going to need something under the lace to line it. So another work in progress. And then I still have a Vogue pattern. It's under here that I need to put back together again. I have another, is a Simplicity 80, what is that, 8594. It's laying there on the floor. It's a pink pin cord thing that I gave up on because I couldn't make it fit. Oh my gosh. You know, I am so loath to be conquered by a pattern. I don't do that. I conquer life. It does not conquer me very often. So I don't know, I can't get rid of it because I can't bring myself to admit that it's not going to work. Oh man, life. I make life so much harder for myself than I actually need to, but oh well. You know what? It's how I am, it's who I am, and I'm not going to change anytime soon, I don't think. Okay, that's quite enough. So I'm going to stop here because this is 30 minutes long and you probably don't care about most of these things, but I just thought, yeah, what the heck, I'll just jump in. Why not? And throw a video out there and just say hi. Hi, I hope you're well. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're not sick. I hope you're staying safe, doing your part to stay away from everybody else except for the people that you have to be close to. And all of that. Sending you all my, not just positive thoughts and good wishes, but yeah, prayers. You know, there are a lot of people to pray for right now. And usually, I mean, a prayer list for me is miles long if I really want to concentrate on that. But, you know, you kind of get to the point where it's so overwhelming that you feel like, I will pray for the people that come to mind, that God brings to mind. So I hope that if God is bringing people to your mind and you are a person who prays, I hope you're doing that. You probably are. Yeah. That is really it for now for me, I promise. I will see you next time. I'll talk to you in comments too. Thanks for watching.